Hello, fourth graders. My name is Miss Johnson, and I am here again for a writing video for every fourth grader at Uplift Hampton. Today we're going to be learning about proper nouns. We talked about them a little bit last week. We're going to just expand on them a little bit more today, and we'll talk about them again on Thursday. There will not be a Mad Libs today, but I promise I'll have you one on Thursday. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so you should have your piece of paper and your pen or pencil from home. At the top corner, I would like for you to label this lesson Proper Nouns 1. Proper Nouns 1. Okay, we're going to start with the capitalization rule about names. So I would like for you to write capitalize names. Okay. You guys already know to capitalize the first name and the last name of any name that you see in writing. So I would like for you to also write, we're going to capitalize the first name, first and last name of anybody that appears in our writing. We're also going to capitalize the titles. So for example, that's like Mr., Mrs., or Miss, or Mrs. with an R, Doctor, okay? You capitalize titles and title abbreviations. These two you guys are really, really good at. The one that we need to work on is capitalizing initials. Initials. So anytime that there's a name like E.B. Webb, it's very easy to see that the first letter needs to be capitalized and the last name needs to be capitalized. But you also have to remember that any middle initial also needs a capital letter. Okay, now we'll try some as guided practice. Okay, look at this sentence. Mr. E.Z. Work was late to the office. Write this sentence on your paper the correct way. So you have to make sure you have all capital letters and don't forget the punctuation. So pause the video and write this sentence correctly. Okay, you should have come up with a capital M for Mr., capital E, capital Z, and this W needs to be capital. So just make sure yours is touching the top of the lines. And then a period at the end. Let's try another one. Pastor Max Malone greeted us at the church. Write this sentence down in your notebook using correct capitalization. Don't forget the punctuation mark. Okay, you should have came up with a capital P, capital M for Max. Pastor is a title, so that's the reason why we capitalized the P, even though it's not part of his actual name. Max is his first name, Malone is his last name, and then we need a period at the end. Last one for practice. Juan, Susan, and I all waited in line for lunch. Rewrite this sentence correctly on your page using a capital letter or capital letters and punctuation. Pause the video. Okay, you should have come up with capital J for Juan. That's his first name. It needs to be capital. It's also the first letter of the sentence. Capital S for Susan. Capital I wonder why. So this rule is one that we talked about last week, that your pronoun I always has to be capitalized. So you have to remember that, and then you should have put a period at the end. Okay, now we're ready for the next rule of capitalization. But before we do, I want you to write your own sentence capitalizing two names. Be sure that you use the capitalization rules here, which are the first and last name always has to be capitalized, so does the middle initial, and any titles that you may use. So I want you to write that sentence on your page with two capitals and send me a picture of it in Class Dojo. Okay, this next capitalization rule is more just like a review because we already do this one very well. It is capitalize. Capitalize months and days. Months and days. So I would like for you to write with me. We're just going to make a list. We're going to put months over here. Boom. Make a list going down like this. We'll put days over here. And make a list going down. Be sure that your list all start with capital letters because that is what we're focused on today. So we have January, and Sunday. Go ahead and pause the video and finish your list. Okay, check your list with these here. Just check it for spelling. Make sure you spelled everything correctly. Here's a complete list of the months of the year and the days of the week. It is super important that anytime that you see these months or these days in your writing, that it is capitalized. You have to capitalize it when you write months and days. Okay, the next rule that we will learn about for capitalization will be the capitalization of names of holidays. On your paper, we always capitalize the names of holidays. Okay, any holiday is a noun. A noun we know is a person, place, or thing. It's also an idea. So if I am just writing the general word holidays, it's not very specific, so I don't have to capitalize this H. But anytime that I specify which holiday I'm talking about, for instance, if I say 4th of July, then I would need to capitalize the F and the J. Now notice 4th of July is a little bit different because of is not capitalized. In class, we've talked about articles or small words in the middle, like as in a book title, that don't need to have a capital letter. So of here is an example of that. It's not capitalized just because it doesn't give us anything specific about the holiday. So 4th tells us exactly which day, and July tells us exactly which month. So those are very specific, and they deserve capital letters. So these words that are capital, we call them proper nouns, and that's what we're learning today. So there's 4th of July. There's also Memorial Day. Notice how both words are capitalized, the M and the D. And Christmas. Okay, there's plenty of other holidays, so I challenge you to write 4 more holidays here. Make sure when you write them that you use capitalization and you capitalize those first letters. And now let's do some examples. Okay, look at these 3 sentences. Number 1, I can't wait for Christmas morning. Number 2, there is a 4th of July parade today. Number 3, should Tom bring stuffing to Thanksgiving on Thursday? I would like for you to rewrite these sentences using correct capitalization and don't forget the punctuation. Pause the video, write all 3, and then I'll show you what's right. The goal is for you to get 2 out of these 3 correct. But if you're great, you'll get 3 out of 3 correct. Number 1 has 3 mistakes. So if you didn't find 3 mistakes, pause the video. You could have put an exclamation point or a period would suffice. The I is a pronoun I, has to be capital. It's also the first letter of the sentence. The C is the rule that we just learned about holidays. Christmas is a holiday, so it deserves a capital letter. Number 2 has 4 mistakes. If you did not find 4 mistakes, pause the video. The T needs to be capital. It's the beginning of the sentence. And 4th of July is a holiday. There should be a period at the end. Number 3 has 5 mistakes. If you did not get 5, pause the video. The S should be capital. It's the beginning of the sentence. Tom is someone's name, so there should be a capital T. Thanksgiving is a holiday, so it should be capital. And Thursday is a day of the week. It also is a proper noun and deserves to be capitalized. And lastly, hopefully this one didn't trick you, but it was a question. So you should have put a question mark instead of a period. How many did you get correct? Go ahead and write that fraction in the corner. Did you get 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3? Did you make the goal or did you not? Okay, now let's review. Let's review. There are several rules that you need to remember in order to be an excellent writer. Some of them include capitalize the pronoun I, always capitalize. I'm going to abbreviate capitalize with the CAP. Always capitalize the beginning of a sentence. Today, we learned that we have to capitalize names and initials. We also have to capitalize months and days. And finally, capitalize holidays. Okay, don't forget to send me a picture of the sentence I asked you for at the beginning of this video. Also, your assignment for today has been assigned at www.noredink.com. So log in. The assignment is called Proper Nouns 1, and it will be due in 1 week. So next Tuesday, I will be grading this assignment. Be sure that you do this. It's called Proper Nouns 1. And that is all for today. So I hope you guys are staying safe and that you are enjoying this time at home with family and friends. Until Thursday, Johnson out.